As an 8-year-old kid, my drawing got me into a serious trouble. And that was just because of some tomato paste. Back then, every year in September, we used to travel miles to my Nitfreg aunt house to make tomato paste, which was living in a village. But wait, Nitfreg isn't her name. She is obsessed with cleaning. So let me just call it Nitfreg aunt. And my parents believed that no one can make better tomato paste than Nitfreg aunt. Also, there was a rumor that the taste of tomatoes in that village is in another level. I say rumor because I never tasted a tomato in that village. And every time I wanted to, someone started staring at me, and me as a shy kid. Nitfreg aunt also had an annoying son which used to get on my nerves a lot. You can call it chameleon because he always used to hide himself everywhere and appear in a sudden way. What are you doing? Drawing. Can you draw me? No. In addition to that, Nitfreg aunt had 5 other sons, which were as annoying as chameleon. They always came when we went there. And me, as an introvert kid from the beginning, I didn't like a lot of people. Such a cute baby. As a result, those few days were not pleasant for me. But to tell the truth, those few days I used to do something at night which made me feel so good. But first, let me explain you how they used to make tomato paste. From morning until the night before sleeping, washing tomatoes, crushing them, and cooking them. So, when it's done and everyone go to sleep, it's time to put it outside to cool down. Actually, Nitfreg aunt house has a tomato paste cat thief which steals tomato paste at the middle of the night. And that cat thief was me. Yeah, to be honest, that tomato paste was so delicious, and that night was the only reason I could tolerate my cousins. Since my aunt is obsessed with being completely neat, she hates that someone put a hand to something that is supposed to be eaten, especially when she guessed it's a cat. So every year that night, we used to wake up with her crazy screams in the morning. But this time, it didn't take till morning. This time, Nitfreg aunt acted smarter.
I found you, little dirty thief.
And she started cursing so badly. I could barely escape from her big hands. And while I was so angry and my face was filled with tears, I took my paper and pencil from home and went outside immediately. This was a horrible behavior with an only 8-year-old kid. I was so angry that I had no ideas but to find a place under a tree and moonlight and relieve my anger on the paper by drawing. I don't access to that drawing right now, but I can almost redraw how it looked like. I drew Nitfreg aunt sinking in a mass of tomato paste and asking for help, but no one is helping. I noted under the drawing, I hope one day I see you sinking in a mass of tomato paste and no one helps you. I felt so relieved after that drawing. I was even proud of myself and was feeling so powerful. And to tell the truth, I have to confess that some parts of the ant's body was in the original drawing that it's not possible to show in this video. I'm so sorry, Nitfreg aunt, but accept that your behavior was so harsh. Anyway, after animating that drawing in my mind for a few seconds, I fell asleep under that tree. But when it was morning, my drawing didn't exist anymore. I looked for it everywhere around, but I couldn't find it. I was sure that the wind took it somewhere, and I had no other choice but to turn back home because we're supposed to get out of here today. But when I opened the door, a huge amount of people was standing there looking at me. I was confused until Nitfreg aunt caught my eyes and her son next to her, with an evil smile on his face and a paper in his hands. But wait, isn't that paper my... I told you that he is a real chameleon. He was following me all night, and when I fell asleep... yeah, and you can guess what happened next. My parents disowned me after saying a lot of crazy words. They left me in that village for a few hours. But between their way, they suddenly missed me and turned back. After that, every time that my parents went to Nitfreg aunt house to make tomato paste, they left me home with my sister. That's actually so much better. I'm satisfied with that. Let me know if you like this kind of story time videos. Like and subscribe, otherwise I'll draw you.